Good evening, everybody, and welcome to you from Guatemala, the Estadio Pensativo. It is week 3 of the CONCACAF Central American Cup. We are in Group B tonight in Guatemala, and it is Club Social Deportivo Xelajú against Club Atlético Independiente. Sean St. Jacques here with you. It is 84 degrees in Guatemala this evening, 14% chance of some precipitation. We're hoping that Mother Nature holds off because it is getting to the business end of things. In Group B, we take a look at the format for this CONCACAF Central American Cup. And again, on the left-hand side of your screen, out of those 4 groups, we are in Group B tonight, and there's a big game for both teams. For Xelajú, the hosts in particular, coming into the night on 3 points, currently sitting where you want to be in the group, in the top 2, with a chance to progress into the quarterfinals. But we know 2 things at the moment in this group. We know that Real Esteli have advanced to the quarterfinals with 3 wins out of 3, and we know that the other 4 teams in the group still have a chance to claim that second spot into the quarterfinals of the CONCACAF Central American Cup. It is the first ever meeting at a CONCACAF tournament between Xelajú and Independiente. Not a bad occasion for the first ever meeting, with a ton on the line in this group. A win for Xelajú would put them on the doorstep of qualification for the quarterfinal stage. A win for Independiente of Panama would put them into second place, and they would be in charge with a game in hand on Xelajú for who progresses through to the final 8 of this competition. Of course, Olympia and Fase will have their say as well later on this month, but tonight is a huge match. There's really no mistake about that. A win for either side puts them in control of their own destiny the rest of the way. It's big, especially for Xelajú, as Independiente, even after tonight, have a game in hand on them in this group. With a win, Xelajú could get a 5-point cushion in that second spot in this group stage. And a win for Independiente would put them on 4 points. They would be ahead by a point of Xelajú. But again, that game in hand moving forward, 3 extra points potentially to play for, could be crucial in this group. But again, the defending champions, Olympia,
de la ciudad de Quetzaltenango, de Guatemala, y el Club Atlético Independiente Cali. de Panamá. Para el partido de esta noche de la Copa Centroamericana Concacaf.
Jacques back here with you. We are moments away from kickoff here in Group B in Guatemala of the CONCACAF Central American Cup. Xelajú, the host tonight in Group B against Independiente of Panama. It really is a vital game in the group. And we begin by diving into the starting lineups for both teams here tonight. We begin with Xelajú. Amarini Villatoro's starting 11 looks like this. Darwin Lam, who scored in the Gold Cup for Guatemala as an international for his country, gets the start up front tonight. And of course, Brian Lemus, who scored in the league for Xelajú last time out. He's amongst the attacking players as well. Hector Moreira captains the side in the back alongside Kevin Ruiz, and Jose Calderon is the starting goalkeeper tonight for Xelajú. The two captains meet in the center. Sayed Martinez leads an all-Honduran officiating crew tonight. Estadio Pensativo. Of course, the captain for Independiente is one of their defenders, Gilberto Hernandez. Both teams needing the 3 points tonight. There's no questions about that. A draw, of course, would be better for Xelajú, although Independiente would still have a game in hand. Farid Orozco's starting 11 for Independiente lines up like this. Carlos Small scored on match day 1 for Independiente in their 1-1 draw against Olimpia. And of course, Marlon Avila assisted on that goal. We talked about Hernandez captaining the side, but it's the midfield to look at. Jorge Serrano, Rafael Aguila, and Jean Montenegro in that very stout midfield for the Panamanian side tonight. Xelajú on points have the inside track coming into the night for that second spot in the quarterfinals. But this result tonight means so much. It really could dictate how this group finishes, and with the way Real Esteli have paced things in this group, there really could only be one spot remaining, and only 4 teams are competing for it. Only one's going to advance to the quarterfinals, along with Real Esteli, who are sitting at the top at 9 points. They are confirmed as quarterfinalists. This game tonight could dictate whether or not Xelajú or Independiente will join them. And we'll see how Olimpia and Fase finish out this Group B as well. Xelajú in their red and blues kick us off from left to right, and this all-important Group B encounter is underway. The first ever CONCACAF tournament meeting between Xelajú and Independiente, and there frankly couldn't be much more on the line than there is tonight. A win for either side puts them in the driver's seat for qualification into the quarterfinals. For the loser, they have to hope that results will go their way the rest of the way and to get a little bit of help in the last few match days in Group B. What's at stake is control of your own destiny, especially for Independiente. They'll have a game in hand on Xelajú regardless of the result tonight. A win for them could put them in very, very strong positioning in this group. They'd only be a point ahead, but they'd still have 2 games left to play. This is the penultimate game of the group for Xelajú. 3 points is almost essential. Of course, a draw for Xelajú would keep them ahead on 2 points, but again, a crucial, important game in hand for Independiente could still see them usurp Xelajú for that last knockout stage spot. Real Estadio are already through 3 wins out of 3. They've been absolutely incredible in this group, including a win over the defending champions Olympia, who Independiente drew back on August 2nd on match day 1. Carlos Small scoring in the second half. Independiente in the 51st minute. Saw the visitors tonight in Guatemala pick up a point. That is all they have at the moment, and only 1 game, of course. That's why tonight is so crucial for them. It's a nice weaving run through the middle. Could be an absolutely wonderful move, and it's an absolutely sensational opening goal. Jorge Serrano with a jaw-dropping run and finish. And Independiente, with 2 minutes on the clock, strike first. We lost track of how many defenders he beats here on his run. It's an absolutely sensational run and finish. This is where Serrano picks the ball up. He gets past 1, gets past 2, 3, 4, 5 in total, dragged back on the way through, and he still scores. It is a marvelous finish. What a start to the game for Independiente. And this crowd, who were in full voice at the start of this game, are silenced early, and the Panamanians have an absolutely stunning start to the match. Independiente didn't wait for an invitation to start this game. They've taken the bull by the horns. What a crucial moment that could turn out to be in the match and in the group. Serrano picks up the ball again, and he gets past a couple more defenders before he's brought down, and it's a free kick. The yellow card comes out as well. It's like Kevin Ruiz for Xelajú sees his name into the book. In these early stages, Marini Piatoro's wondering how this has happened here. Just absolutely sublime skill. Jorge Serrano, not once but twice in these opening 4 minutes. Farida Roscoe knows there's a lot of work left, but when his head hit the pillow last night, couldn't have dreamt of a better start and a better goal. Jorge Serrano with a potential goal of the group stage nominee here inside of 3 minutes. Now from the set piece, oh, it could be 2 across the face of goal it goes. And Sergio Ramirez was unmarked inside the 6-yard box, but he couldn't redirect it. And in the end, the flag, I think, thwarts him. You can see there, great look here on the replay. He's well offside. Ramirez, the defender, and even if he had gotten a boot to it, it would not have counted. Can Xelajú respond here after a remarkable start to the match? They might get a chance here to equalize. It's in! 2 goals in 5 minutes. Juan Cardona equalizes for Xelajú. It's an unbelievable seesaw start to this match. Serrano's sensational goal is canceled out. 5 minutes played, it's 1-1. Well, sometimes a moment of magic is tough to come back from, but a fortuitous deflection helps Xelajú here take nothing away from Juan Cardona. It's a good strike, but the goalkeeper may have had that covered, and it deflects past Eddie Roberts in goal to equalize for Xelajú. What a breathtaking start to the game. Xelajú get a piece of fortune. They will not care. It is 1-1, and we haven't even played 6 minutes. We're at that stage in the group where each goal that goes in changes the group trajectory massively. Independiente, for a couple of minutes, were in second place in the live table. They're back down to third, and Xelajú in the live table are back up to second. All of that happening before 7 minutes have been played. Well, now it's Independiente's turn, and Serrano looking to add a second. He skies his chance here under pressure. Goes over the top and out for a goal kick. These two have never played in a CONCACAF tournament before. Well, after the first 5-6 minutes, we really hope it's not the last. What a start to this game. One of the stories of Group B throughout the group stage is how deep this group is. All 5 teams have lots of pedigree and lots of talent. Some even called Group B the group of death leading into this tournament. And it's sequences like that show you how tough it is in Group B, the CONCACAF Central American Cup. You think you're in control one moment, you're pegged back the next. Xelajú, and another here that's deflected out. It's a throw-in to the Guatemalans here on the far side, red and blue. Xelajú could get another opportunity in behind here, but this time the defensive work of Independiente, they had enough men around the ball. They do deal with it. Serrano up ahead. Control from Small lets him down. Xelajú reset. 2 games for Xelajú already in this book. Esteli beat them on match day 1 by a 0-0 on August 1st, and then 8 days later, Xelajú beat Fase here in the Estadio Pensativo. They won by 2-1. And in that game, they scored 2 goals in 6 minutes in the first half, 25th and the 31st minute. Kenner Gutierrez, Hugo Cid on the score sheet. Neither of whom are in the squad tonight. As you can see, they still have scoring prowess amongst the ranks. This is deflected in behind. Carlos Small is offside. Flag is up. That goal does not count. It is a free kick for Xelajú. Flag went up rather early there. And Carlos Small is in an offside position. You can see that touch does play Small off here. He's behind the second to last defender. And the assistant on the far side has it spot on. Xelajú, if they hurry here, could create something. It's a decent ball in. Right to Eddie Roberts in the end. Goalkeeping for Independiente tonight. And Darwin Lobb is the target in the penalty area, and why not? He's had a great campaign for club and for country. For Guatemala at the Gold Cup earlier in the summer. Scored the winner against Cuba in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in the United States. Dry Pink Stadium, which is now Messi's home, of course. Guatemala went on a tremendous run with incredible support behind them in the Gold Cup to the knockout stages before the Reggae Boys, Jamaica, knocked them out. A bit of a conversation happening here on this near side before a Xelajú throw. Well, if you're wondering, the 2 goals that were scored, 1 for each side, came within just about 2 minutes of each other. 3rd-minute goal from Serrano. Absolutely sensational run and finish, it must be said. Canceled out by a Cardona equalizer with the fortuitous deflection. And now then, Independiente trying to play through again. Avila for Small. Small looks for the angle, chips it in. It's a diving header to keep Independiente out of the 6-yard box there. Xelajú still haven't definitively cleared it. And the men in white reset the possession through Montenegro. Aguila, middle of the park. It's a physical run through. Xelaju's back line stands up to the test. Lam tries to get on the end of that, but it's cut out. And Xelajú reset in the middle of the park with the goal scorer, Cardona. Serrano wins the ball back, will push it a chase. Serrano's taken out on this near side. It's the captain, Hector Moriera, with the challenge. It's going to be a free kick for Independiente. Have a look at it here, and just a bit of a clip on the heel of the goal scorer, Serrano. I think that's why the referee didn't go to his pocket. Is a set-piece opportunity for Independiente here that Xelajú will have to deal with. Murillo stands over it, looks the more poised of the 2. Referee wants the wall to go back a couple of paces, and it's curled in, curled out by Victor Avila. 2 appeals of a shirt pull inside the penalty area. Referee Martinez has play to continue. Talked about how it's the first ever meeting for these 2 in a CONCACAF tournament. Independiente, 5 first division titles on the top flight. The domestic club level. We do have 2 second-tier titles as well, 7 in total, talking league titles for tonight's visitors, and 6 domestic league titles in total for Xelajú. Trying to add some CONCACAF tournament runs to their resume here. Certainly a run through the quarterfinals would be massive for both of these clubs. And a chance to fight for a CONCACAF Champions Cup spot, formerly the CONCACAF Champions League. Murillo, decent ball across. Oh, could fall for a chance here. Played centrally for Small. It's laid off. Oh, great save by Calderon, who tips it over the top and out for a corner. Needed to be a strong save by the Xelajú goalkeeper, and it was. It was a vicious strike. Leads to another set piece for Independiente. Murillo on corner kick duties. Throws the ball in. Too many red shirts there to deal with it from an Independiente point of view, and it's sent back in, and this one much easier for Calderon, which makes a great save. Is there a little push in the back there? Yes, there was. Free kick. Run there from Jose Vargas to alleviate the pressure for Xelajú. Fair. It's a bit of a bailout from an Independiente standpoint. He was surrounded, didn't have many places to go there in the end. Vargas. Coming together away from the ball. Referee allows play to continue. Serrano. Almost have to put two men on him. That incredible third-minute weaving run and goal. Went past 4 or 5 defenders to score it. Cleared by Roberts. Was headed back into a dangerous area. Xelajú fans looking for a foul away from the ball. Hasn't come. Vargas stood up. Avila does ever so well there to come back there and hold up the play. Independiente, and Aguila has to reset the possession. We talked about the players who have made an impact for club and country and domestic league and in Central American Cup, but the 2 goal scorers have really not made a big impact as far as scoring and assisting in this tournament yet. That is the beauty of tournaments and group stages and stages in general like this. Players tend to rise to the occasion. Jorge Serrano sure did in the opening minutes, but Xelajú quickly wiped it away through Cardona. Here is Cardona. Pick out a pass onto that near side. Serrano. Ooh, a little bit of a challenge there. Referee sees it. Free kick for Xelajú. Yellow card is out as well. It was Lam who just about gets to the ball first here. It's a big swing and follow through by the captain, Roberto Hernandez, and he is the one who is booked. Xelaju's turn. Try and find something from a set piece. Diego Gonzalez. Conference with Brian Lemus, who scored in the league for Xelajú last time out. Guatemalan National League. It is Lemus who sends it in, punched away by Roberts in traffic. And Xelajú will settle for a throw. service into the corner. Stay with Xelajú. It's volleyed in beautifully. Could be a chance here on the turn. And again, footing was lost. And Independiente can try and break here. This ball sends the entire break back. Small keeps it in play. Aguila. It's a beautiful diagonal ball, but too close to Calderon, who resets for Xelajú. It was the beautiful ball played in behind, and as he tried to turn there, to see the footing lets him down. He's in very good position to maybe turn and shoot. The chance never materialized. Carlos Small's been on the ball quite a bit for Independiente. We talked about his big goal against Olympia on match day 1. It's Independiente's second game of the group tonight. It's why they have that game in hand, which could be oh so important for them, regardless of how this game plays out. Although Small was a member of Rio Grande Valley FC Toros in America, the USL Championship, second division in the US. Back in 2018 and 2019, he was on loan with the Toros, scored 17 goals for them. He scores everywhere he goes, it seems. Carlos Small, as that was a dangerous ball played in. It's over Small's head. Independiente keep it alive. Be a chance here for Murillo. Murillo's ball in. He's well serviced, and it falls at the back post for a chance. Saved by Calderon. Second try. The chance is spurned. Back post again. Independiente had one or two available for a real chance at it. Murillo. Some good service with the header. Ends up playing not one but two players in behind here for Independiente. They both had shots at it. Calderon makes the save on the first attempt. The second attempt is fizzed wide of the goal. A couple of firm touches in the midfield there as Tinoco nearly gave that away. Xelajú will recycle for Calderon, who's made two big saves now for Xelajú in this first half. Keep it at 1-1. Despite equalizing, Xelajú have allowed Independiente to gain some momentum back in this first half, as we're nearly at the halfway point. We told you it was going to be a really strong atmosphere in Guatemala tonight. It has lived up to the billing. Now then, Xelajú, can they play their way through? Not on that occasion. Good step defensively. The Super Goats, as they're known, Los Super Chivos, reset the possession. Be a chance to cross this into the middle. In the end, it's out for a goal kick. It's good work from Darwin Lam. In the end, he runs out of room. Independiente, some call them Los Iquinos, the Vikings. Independiente. Certainly started this game's oh so well. It's Serrano's spectacular run and finish. A bit of a push off the ball by the man who equalized, Cardona. There's a free kick. Serrano a bit slow to get up. The two goal scorers interacting. Murillo has a word with our center official, Sayed Martinez of Honduras. Hopefully both coaches have had a chance to catch their breaths here for the wild start. 5 minutes of madness here And now Small could be in, tries to round the goalkeeper. Did he keep that in? Yes, he did. Sends it back into the middle, and it's cleared away for a throw. You could tell Carlos Small knew that was a real chance. Calderon was just about beaten, all ends up there. Small runs out of room. Keeping the ball in, the chance ends up being spurned. Rio throwing it back into the mixer, but Xelajú clear. A little back heel, but it is swept away. Broken up for a throw in the end. Here's the chance for Small. Gets around the goalkeeper, but it's that firm touch. Looks like he just about keeps the ball in play, but because he had to take that extra step, the chance had gone by the time he sent it into the penalty area. It's going to be brought back for an Independiente free kick. Had 2 games already tonight. Final game of the night here. It's been off to a breakneck start. Calderon on the scene again on the cross in. Reads it well. Xelajú can reset again under some pressure. In these last 10 to 15 minutes, Independiente saw earlier leading in shots 5-1. Xelajú through 2 big Calderon saves kept things on level terms. We saw San Miguelito beat Verdes 4-0. Earlier tonight, Herediano just beat Real España 3-2. So it's been a good night for the hosts in Central American Cup. We'll see if that continues. Xelajú could create a chance here. And it's a big drive by Diego Gonzalez, but he skies his chance. Serrano. Too many men around them to complete the pass, and Xelajú send it forward. Now maybe a chance to play this in behind. Small. The whistle goes in the end. I think Small may have been offside, and he is yet again on this near side. Another look. It's when the ball is kicked, and when it is kicked, I think Small, he's a step offside. Second time he's been caught. The assistant's flag. Those are the kind of runs that Xelajú have to be wary of. Because when Carlos Small gets in behind, he tends to take his chances. Rio plays it centrally. Gets it back from Avila. Rio gets past the sliding challenge, and he can clip it into the penalty area, but nobody there in white to meet it. Xelajú calmly clear their lines. Rom with a bit of a push in the back. Trying to make something happen in transition, and very clear. It is a free kick for Independiente here. Lam's foul sees it restart via a free kick. Easy enough for Calderon off the flicked header by Carlos Small. If you're just joining us, you've missed 5 wild minutes to start the game. 1 goal apiece for each side. Since then, Independiente been the better of the two sides, but no one's found a second goal yet. Xelajú could find one here. Shot does come in, rolled in behind by Lemus. Saved by Roberts. One of Xelaju's best chances since equalizing. Nice job here by the goal scorer Serrano to win the ball back for Independiente. They could have some numbers here. Carlos Small, in the end, can't control the ball on the edge of the penalty area. Independiente do regather possession. Small bundled off the ball. In the end, it's a retaliatory push. Sees a free kick go Xelaju's way, and beg your pardon, it's Aguila on the ball here. Oh, great headed ball in behind. Darwin Lam is offside. Oh, what a chance that could have been. Guatemalan international striker saw his eyes light up. Ooh, and was he offside? Oh, he looks level there. Darwin Lam, that might be a huge, huge break for Independiente there. Great angle from our crew. That looked like Darwin Lam was level with the last defender there. Last outfield player, should be noted. Oh boy. Xelajú may very well have had a missed opportunity there. Now then, Avila, Independiente. Wide by Hurtado. This is Montenegro. Avila. Chance for Murillo. Serrano. A touch in behind, swept away nicely by Vargas. And out it goes for a goal kick. It was a much better attacking sequence from Xelajú initially, despite the assistance flag possibly denying them a big chance, more than likely denying them a big chance. Independiente have just kept on coming in this first half, but to be fair, not been able to breach the goal a second time. It's not yet. Hurtado switches the point of attack. Step over here. Ball across is punched away by Calderon again. Right back towards the penalty area, and Xelajú finally clear their lines. And now maybe they can counterattack here. Is there a bit of a pullback? Yes, there was. Referee spots it. And Tinoco wins a free kick to settle things down for Xelajú. Lam wanted that first time ball. And Tinoco, you could see his frustration in the background. Number 9 in red. Tinoco was surrounded and in the end fouled. Ruiz has to find Lam again. Lam with 3 players around him. Tinoco in the vicinity as well, but Independiente regained possession only for a moment. 10 minutes left in this first half. Live table as Xelajú still in second, 4 points. Independiente would be in third, still, 2 points. Avila. Another opportunity to play in Carlos Small there initially. The chance goes begging, and now Xelajú to try to play through again. Ball played out wide. The ball back across is nowhere near Lam, who is making a great run through the middle. Avila comes the other way for Independiente. Here's Serrano. What does he have up his sleeve here? It's a push and a chase. Serrano, he's dealt with defensively that time by Gonzalez. Now Vargas for Xelajú. De Leon out wide. Gonzalez trying to find some space, but thinks better of it, resets the play. Kevin Ruiz, who is on a yellow card for Xelajú. Just have to be careful the rest of the way. Vargas again, dispossessed. Murillo, great slicing ball through the midfield, and maybe a chance to play in Small, who's offside again. And thwarted by Calderon either way. That would be the third time if he is offside, and this one is maybe the tightest call of the three. Again, I think the assistant on this occasion has it just about right. Again, there's no VAR, so if Carlos Small were to have scored that, the referee would have kept his flag down. There would be no review. It would have been very, very close. Must be said, even if there was video replay. Jason Tinoco is onside and wins a throw-in for Xelajú. Just taken quickly, swept away even quicker by Independiente. Upfield, Hurtado did the dirty work defensively. Independiente, enough numbers forward here. Answer is not on this occasion. Independiente, also Panamanian Football League, they drew as well. It was a goalless draw. It's Universitario, 8th round. In first place with 8 points in that Western group. This is a game between two teams in relatively strong domestic form. Got off to an absolutely remarkable start. 2 goals in 5 minutes. Independiente have had the better of the half ever since. There have been a few isolated moments of strong Xelajú play in the attack that led to opportunities. And at one point, Independiente, see the shot stat, it was 5-1 at one point, but it's come back down to more level pegging, 5-3. Has been a case at times where every time Carlos Small is in and around the ball, a chance is created for Independiente, and anytime Darwin Lam is in and around the ball for Xelajú, chance tends to arise. It's floated into the penalty area. Ruiz doing his job defensively, but the referees brought it all the way back for a foul, a free kick, and a yellow card for Darwin Lam. I guess he did get a warning for that push in the back on this near side. It's the follow-through here on this challenge that sees him get booked, the striker. Darwin Lam has to be a bit careful in his defensive duties the rest of the way. Five minutes left in this half. Some potential stoppage time on the back end. stay like this, Independiente with that game in hand would have a good opportunity to advancing, and they could get a second here just before halftime. It's a crucial last-ditch defensive moment there for Xelajú. Independiente, again, it's been that far side that's in the place where they've created chances, then it's pawed away by Calderon. Another ball played in behind. Hurtado on a recycle. It's again clipped in and easy enough this time for Jose Calderon. Calderon does concede possession right back to the visitors here. Their side, Murillo. Murillo pushes it into space. A chance here on the near side for Avila. Murillo again. Trying to find Avila. And in the end, has to settle for a throw after good defensive work from Javier Gonzalez. Murillo. Tiptoeing the touchline. In the end, again, it's Gonzalez here, does the well-timed tackle. It is a goal kick for Xelajú. Once again, Group B has been the group of drama. This CONCACAF Central American Cup. Almost every game in this group, if not every game in this group, has had a lot on the line. It's had some huge moments. And some great goals. Islam, he's penalized again for putting a foot in. He's on a yellow card. He has to be very careful here. He's obviously displeased with the challenge being given as a free kick, but now that you're on a yellow card, he has to be very, very cautious in all respects, frankly, when it comes to putting in challenges and challenging, I should say, the decisions by the officials. That's a foul and a free kick against Hurtado, won by Tinoco. Just under 2 minutes left in the half, and it's getting a little testy all of a sudden. Avila not playing nice. He gets a push for his troubles. Gonzalez, another challenge comes in away from the ball, this time from Murillo. He's nowhere near the ball, Murillo. Used to be just a free kick. In the end, could very easily have been a booking. The perplexing part about that challenge is that Jefferson Murillo is never getting to that. Look, he just absolutely takes out Vargas here. Ball is not even on the screen until the end. It's way over Murillo's head. Depending on the day, referee could have taken a very different look at that. Could have easily been a booking. Leads to a set piece on the stroke of halftime for Xelajú. And they take their first lead of the night, the hosts. Lemus will take it. It's going to go right at goal. In the end, easy enough for Eddie Roberts. Roberts isn't wasting any time, tries to place Serrano in, but too much on it. And Jose Calderon collects. We are into stoppage time, 2 added minutes. The end of another tremendous half of CONCACAF Central American Cup football here. One that, if it stays this way, is going to be very well poised for the second half. Of course, one of these two teams feels still up for grabs to take a lead into halftime. Was in behind here for Lam, who tried to bend his run. He stays onside. His ball across is cut out, looking for Cardona. Independiente come the other way with it. Avila. He's a good searching ball in behind. A chance for the shot in the end is absolutely smashed over the top and out of play. Victor Avila to Marlon Avila there. The latter of the two skies the chance. Lam. It's good hold-up play. Great first touch on the back end, and then miscommunication on the pass by Limas. That could have a really good chance there for Xelajú. It breaks down. Avila in behind, looking again for Marlon Avila. Assisted the goal against Olympia. Match day 1 for Independiente is off the mark. Is there time for one more attacking sequence at the end of the half? Great ball down this far side. Tinoco looking for Lam. He's back-heeled out of trouble. Aguila controls for Independiente, and that is how the first half ends here in Guatemala. What a half it was. The first 5 minutes were absolute madness here at the Estadio Pensativo. Each team scored a goal very early on. Serrano's wonder goal canceled out by Cardona's equalizer 2 minutes apart, all in the first 5 minutes. Independiente, I should say, were the better of the two teams from that point on, but Xelajú certainly had their moments, and it's well poised for the second half. At the half in Guatemala, it is Xelajú 1, Independiente 1. Moments away from the start of the second half. Sean St. Jacques back here with you. Estadio Pensativo in Guatemala. Even between the hosts Xelajú and their Panamanian visitors tonight, Independiente. Both goals coming in the first 5 minutes of the match. It is still even at 1 goal apiece, despite big opportunities for both teams in that first half. Looks like the visitors will make a change here. Sergio Cunningham is going to come on at the half, and John Montenegro in the midfield. He's off at the moment. His day is done, but this game is far from over. 45 minutes still to go here in Guatemala tonight. 1 goal apiece between Xelajú and Independiente. At the moment, Xelajú are sitting where they want to be, in the top 2 of Group B. There is still a long way to go to see if that is what it's going to be at the end of the night. And the good news for Independiente, as we've reiterated, and it's worth mentioning again, is they do have a game in hand. This is only their second game of Group B. They will get 2 more chances. Xelajú have just the 1 game remaining, which is why 3 points for both teams. In particular, Xelajú only have 1 more game left in this group after tonight. Is just about essential and could really dictate how the rest of Group B plays out. We know Real Esteli are through to the quarterfinals with 9 points out of a possible 9. With their 3 wins on the bounce in this group stage, some impressive wins. Now we are seeing which of the 4 teams beneath Real Esteli, including these 2, will grab the second and final spot from Group B into the Central American Cup quarterfinals. And a chance to play for a very coveted place in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Had an absolutely wild start to the first half. We'll see if the second half can live up to that kind of opening statement. It is going to be a throw-in for Independiente on this near side. Defensive work there from Gonzalez. Xelajú in their red and blues. Possession back just for a moment. Independiente in their whites with the black numerals. Nice weaving run here from Hurtado. Now Murillo. His cross, if you will, into the penalty area looked more like a blazing shot. In the end, neither one thing or the other from an Independiente point of view. Serrano's 3rd-minute goal canceled out by Cardona's goal minutes later. Is where we stand. This ball is floated out to this near side, and a chance for Limas, but he can't keep it in play. The visitors do get the possession back. It's the first ever meeting between these 2 in a CONCACAF tournament, and it has been memorable so far. Anita Roscoe looking on, head coach of Independiente. Nice control by Carlos Small. He's brought down, and it's a free kick. Carlos Small had an interesting one-on-one with the offside flag in the first half. This one-on-one there leads to a set piece. He was caught offside 3 times in the first half. And of course, Xelajú and their supporters will point to the Darwin Lom offside flag going up as a mistake by the assistant referee. Our replay just about confirmed that. He was onside, Darwin Lom for Xelajú. In the end, flag negated any further action towards the end of that first half. Jose Calderon with some huge saves for Xelajú. Denied the likes of Rafael Aguila and Carlos Small. And Eddie Roberts, anytime he's been called into action, he has done the job in goal for Independiente to this point. Of course, he did see one goal go past him. It was an unfortunate deflection from the visitors' point of view, but Juan Cardona and Xelajú will not care one bit. On the attack again, the host. Ball's played into the middle, cleared away by Hernandez, and it's out for a throw. One yellow card apiece to remind you of as well, so we'll keep an eye on that. That ball is curled in. And curled over the top in the end, looking for Limas. But it does go out for a corner. Another look here. The ball is well placed. In the end, deflected out for this corner. What does Xelajú have up their sleeves here? It's played short. De Leon. Maybe a chance to go to the byline for Limas. He stood up, but it's another chance at a corner. And Limas find a teammate in red. Ball was played into the near post, who it could have fell for Cardona. But it was deflected away at the vital moment, and now goalkeeper has to be careful here. Calderon off his line, but he heads it into a situation where Xelajú can regain possession. A couple of nervy moments from both teams there in quick succession. Independiente can reset near side here. Avila has space to run into, cuts it back into more space. Nice little pass from Hurtado, but it's a reset in the end, as Xelajú are well set up defensively. Avila. Assist on the goal against Olympian. His cross into the middle here is fumbled at the back post. And it trickles wide of the goal and out for a goal kick. Well, Marlon Avila tried to find Victor Avila here. But it's Calderon, who's been so good in this game, who nearly presents the chance. It's normally a simple catch from his high standards, but he lets it slip through his fingers. And Victor Avila couldn't take the chance. Very close call for Xelajú. And it really didn't need to be. Was that handled? Yes, it was. It's the arm of Vargas. Free kick for Independiente. Syed Martinez and our Honduran officiating crew. Gonzalez. And Xelajú get on the front foot here. Lam is absolutely surrounded. Tinoco dispossessed. And in the end, it was a free kick. Sergio Ramirez for Independiente wins a set piece. A look here, and it's a very clear pull on the shirt and then a push as well. Jerson Tinoco, very clear cut. And the Super Goats and their supporters hoping that there could be a massive victory in store tonight. One that would put them a step away from the quarterfinals and would put Independiente, even with a game in hand, up against it. With 2 games left on their Group B. Fixture list to come. And of course, Olympia and Fase are going to have a say in this group. This game really dictates how the rest of this group plays out, potentially. As Lam, with the hold-up play, waits for more red shirts to arrive. Although he takes the shot on instead! It's just wide of the goal. I think it was going to be covered by Roberts, even if he does hit the target, but Lam, for a moment, looked like he was going to wait for help. Instead, trying to break the deadlock. Gets it onto his left boot. It's not a bad effort at all, but it is always going wide, isn't it? I think Eddie Roberts, he's going to make a save on that. If Lam managed to have hit the target from such a difficult angle. 2 or 3 defenders in the vicinity. Another push in the back, another free kick for Independiente. 10 minutes into the second half. It's been a bit more methodical in these two. There still have been chances. That's one thing this game has certainly not lacked in the match so far, no question about that. Plenty of opportunities. Which of these two sides can be the more clinical? It could mean, oh, so much. Whichever team is. Avila dispossessed. And then there's that shoulder-to-shoulder contact. No, it was not. Free kick for Xelajú. This time it's Tinoco who wins the free kick. These can always be very, very close, but as you can see there, it's not shoulder to shoulder, it's more shoulder to back. And that is a clear-cut free kick. We talked about the yellow cards. Kevin Ruiz for Xelajú. Gilberto Mendez for Independiente, both sitting on the yellow card. Both defenders for respective sides. Of course, Darwin Lam, the attacking player for Xelajú, also on a yellow. As this is floated over the top towards Lam. Scooped out of trouble. Kept alive by Moriera, the captain, but cleared away by the visitors. Of course, have a full slate of games tomorrow to finish up week 3, and then there's 2 more weeks of action in the group stage left as the ball was sent into a dangerous area, and Jose Calderon, almost with a more difficult attempt than the one he spilled a few moments earlier, fields it beautifully off the ground. Now Vargas, Tinoco. Tinoco with a poor touch, gives it right back. Serrano. See more dazzling and marauding skill from him through traffic. Could open up things for Independiente. But once again, Carlos Small cannot stay onside. And for the 4th straight time, it's the right decision. Assistant has correctly ruled him out for offside 4 times tonight. Just can't quite get the run to perfection, Carlos Small. Cardona scored the equalizing goal for Xelajú. The ball is crossed into the middle, but the flag is up. Ball went out of play. And it is a throw-in for Independiente. Both teams gave so much in that first half, and again, this is the tricky part. Settling for a point could be dangerous, frankly, for both sides. When we talk about it from just the perspective of these two teams, but again, Olympia, the defending champions, still have 2 games to play. Fase are still not out of this yet. They still have a couple of games left as well. So a draw would actually be good for those two teams in particular. Give them some life over these last couple of match days. In Group B, Xelajú have a free kick as we approach the hour mark. Ball is whipped in with pace. Lam was the target. It's headed out. It's volleyed back in. And it wasn't a bad volley whatsoever from Diego Gonzalez, but in the end, it was nowhere near the target. He hits it very well, but got it nowhere near the target in the end. Independiente still edging it out in total shots. They've created the more opportunities in this game, but Xelajú right on their heels. Half an hour plus stoppage time left. And a lot at stake. Lam again the target. It's going to be headed all the way back to Roberts. Besides Jefferson Murillo, it's an entire Panamanian international 11. There's two Colombians in the squad for Independiente. Murillo is one of them. It's on the attack here for the visitors. Ooh, there's a coming together on the edge of the penalty area, and it's going to be a free kick in a very good spot for Independiente here. Another look, and a hand to the upper body by Gonzalez, and beg your pardon, Serrano from Murillo. He's dropped. Dangerous, dangerous free kick upcoming potentially here for Xelajú to defend. Murillo stands over it. And Victor Avila is the other to potentially take this. Hernandez joins them. Quick conference. Avila leaves it. Murillo chips it, looking for Hernandez. Could fall for a chance. Oh, it's deflected in! Aguila played it back in, and it is touched home in the end by the captain, Gilberto Hernandez. He tried to head it in on the initial ball into the penalty area. He gets a second try at it, and Independiente lead for a second time tonight. It's a captain's goal. It's a big goal. It's Independiente back in front by 2-1. It's a very smart finish, just gets a boot onto it. Hernandez is onside. Aguila, who was denied by Calderon in the first half, puts it back into the mixer. And the captain, Hernandez, gets a boot to it to give the Vikings a lead of 2-1. And Xelajú have to do it all over again. Xelajú do come back down the other end, and it's a half chance, but it is spurned. What a moment for the captain, Gilberto Hernandez. Sometimes it's just about being at the right place at the right time. He's a man who leads from the front, Independiente, who puts them in front for a second time. Here's another challenge that's a bit rash here. Hurtado got the worst of it. Yellow card is out. Yellow card is shown here to Maynor de Leon. that's the reason why. Doesn't get the ball. Gets plenty of his opponent. Can Xelajú do it again? Can they come back? As it now stands, talked about how important goals are now in this group, the rest of the way in this group phase. Independiente currently sitting in second with a game in hand on Xelajú. Xelajú would drop into third place with only one game left on their schedule in this group. Bit of a slip at the back. Cunningham helps it along. There's 25 minutes left. Aguila, outside of the boot pass, is cut out. Serrano, lets it go. It's back into the middle. It's Avila, saved by Calderon. Victor Avila nearly adds another for Independiente. Real chance here. Murillo's ball in was beautifully placed. And Avila under pressure. It's not a bad effort. It's right at Calderon. Xelajú need to settle things down a bit here. In danger of possibly seeing Independiente take full control over this game. Aguila back for the substitute, Sergio Cunningham. Avila again. Another goal for Independiente might be too much for Xelajú to overcome. There's still time for the hosts to find another way back. Cardona couldn't find Lam. It was just a step too far out in front of him. The right touch on that, and Darwin Lam could have played himself in. Aguila has been active all night. Couldn't turn his way through defenders on that occasion. It's going to go out of play. And will lead to a substitution here on this near side, 2 to be exact. For Xelajú, Minor de Leon is going to come off. Aslan Rodas will take his place. William Cardoza is also going to come on. And Limas, who scored in the league for Xelajú last time out, is going to come off here in CONCACAF play. He's a midfield and striker upgrade as far as fresh legs are concerned for Xelajú, and they need that at the moment to try and get another equalizing goal. A throw in here, 22 minutes of the 90 plus stoppage time left. Good control. It's crossed into the middle, and it goes over everybody's head. There's a brief chance there for Diego Gonzalez, but doesn't come in the end. And now a chance to break here for Independiente. Serrano in behind. Small. Back for Serrano. Small again. Marlon Avila. This is Hurtado. Hurtado will shoot. Again, not a bad effort. In the end, it was curled well wide of Calderon's far post. And that is actually going to be the last act for Carlos Small. Trying to be very aggressive tonight, it must be said, with his runs. Carlos Small, but offside on multiple occasions, and his night is done here. Anthony Stewart is going to come on and replace him with just about 20 minutes left. It's a like-for-like switch. Ferdinand Orozco is hoping that it's a switch that can help Independiente get this over the line and get a crucial 3 points up on the board. See there were 2 goals, 1 each for these two sides inside of 5 minutes, but it's Gilberto Hernandez, the captain of Independiente, who has them ahead. His goal just past the hour mark as the Vikings on the precipice of second place in the group with a game in hand on Xelajú. Is a challenge, a bit rash, that comes in from Jorge Vargas, and Vargas sees yellow for that challenge. A very clear cut in the end. And he does see yellow, Jorge Vargas. Hurtado, nice little turn into space. At the moment, Independiente look the more likely, and they might get a third here. Oh, Calderon denies them again. And on the follow-up, a challenge on the edge of the penalty area. No call, we play on. Once again, Jose Calderon comes to Xelaju's rescue at point-blank range. And this time he can't be stopped. Independiente do score a third. Moments after coming on, Anthony Stewart finds the back of the net. And Independiente may very well be heading back to Panama with all 3 important points here. Two goals in 9 minutes in this second half. Could see the Vikings leave here with 3 vital points and second spot in the group. Avila's ball in. It is a beautifully placed header by the substitute. And I must say it has been coming for Independiente. Xelajú have been under a boatload of pressure, and they have cracked for a second time. Jose Calderon stopped the first attempt, but couldn't stop the second. Talk about a brilliant introduction from Anthony Stewart. Moments after being substituted on, comes up with a massive moment for Independiente. And now Xelajú need 2 goals to stay in second. Again, it's been the story of the match. There's been isolated moments for Xelajú. It really has been Independiente that have been consistently the stronger side in the attack. They've been the more likely, and it has paid off in big, big, big dividends for them tonight. That man has come up with so many big moments tonight, Jose Calderon, but after he made a huge save, couldn't keep the header out of Anthony Stewart, and frankly, not many goalkeepers would have. It was that well placed. see on the bottom part of your screen, Xelajú, 15 minutes left, are about to make 3 substitutions. We will get to that at the next stoppage. Will it be too little, too late? The Super Goats tonight. Down the line it goes from Murillo. Swept away by Moriera, cleared by Calderon. Nearly bounced into the final third, but once again, Independiente cleaned it up. The ball is let to bounce here in behind Serrano, trying to get his boot onto it, if not his head. Xelajú do get possession back, but they need chances to come their way here. Lam gets onto the ball here in an onside position. Lam keeps on going. It's nearly poked through, nearly all the way through, but in the end, he's poked back to Roberts. Lam again trying to make something happen. Cunningham's challenge, and then it did ricochet from Marlon Avila, but even if it had gone towards the goal, it was well wide, and Roberts was on the scene. There's another challenge that comes in. This time it's Victor Avila. Wins a free kick, and here come the 3 changes. Frank De Leon is going to come on for Diego Gonzalez. That's the first change. Nady Zuniga is going to come on as well. Hey, Vargas is going to come off. Karim Quezada is going to come on, and Kirsten Tinoco is going to come off. 3 changes. Marini via Toro's group. Will they have enough time to make an impact in this game? We will see. There's still 13 minutes plus stoppage time left. Could there be a few more twists and turns to come at the Estadio Pensativo tonight? We've had plenty of them already. Is there more in store for us? Near side, Cardoza's first touch since coming on. Tries to free Quezada. In the end, easy enough for Roberts. Independiente look to be readying a couple of changes themselves. Get to that. It's going to be a Xelajú throw. We knew going into the night how important this game was for Xelajú in particular, because it is their penultimate game of the group. A win for them would have put them in very strong positioning here. Independiente's strong second half. See Xelajú up against it in this Group B. Out of play for another Xelajú throw. 2 changes. The visitors here. Luis Fields is going to come on. That is going to be it for Jorge Serrano. What a goal he gifted us inside of the first few minutes. It could go down as one of the goals of the tournament. He exits in the 80th minute. Ron Davis is also going to come on. Victor Avila is going to exit here. Good performances from both of the men that head off. It's still a great atmosphere. It has been all night for Xelajú, hoping their team could get a goal and make it a game in these latter stages. Crossed into the middle, nobody there in red to really attack it, but it's given right back. Nice little spinning turn, and Xelajú could be in here. Has crossed into the middle. A shot does come in. It's blocked before it got past the penalty spot. Retrieved by Cardoza. Cardoza's ball across is blocked. He places it into the penalty area. Good ball across again, but too close in the end to Eddie Roberts, who collects and is fouled in the process. Maybe the fresh legs for Xelajú. Help them make this very interesting in the latter stages. It was Frank De Leon's cross into the middle. Substitutes tried to combine there. And you can see the kick at the ball by Quezada, who was trying to keep the play alive, but clearly Eddie Roberts had already claimed that. Once the goalkeeper claims it, he cannot take it away from him until he releases the ball. Minutes left, plus stoppage time. Zana laid it off. Lam. Out wide it goes. Zuniga into the middle. Again, Independiente need to deal with it. They just about, but it's not definitively clear. De Leon. Keep it in the penalty area. Independiente do come out with possession. Hurtado. Can he lead the break here? Stewart. Beaten to it. Calderon resets. Just takes one moment to get Xelajú back in the match. Back within striking distance. They can score twice. Xelajú would still stay in second place. That is a big if at this stage, the way Independiente have played in this second half. Well, you never know. Fresh legs that Xelajú have put on in these last 5-10 minutes. Could they be difference-making? Lam. Right it goes. The cross needed here into the middle. Cleared away before it can get to Quezada, but it does come out for a shot! Oh! Saved away by Roberts. Another great attempt. This time the goal scorer, Cardona, with a tremendous try at it. Roberts with an acrobatic save, and it's out for a corner. In the end, maybe not enough movement on it to beat Roberts, but it forced a big save by the Independiente goalkeeper. From the corner, it's Cardona again, blocked before it could get through to Roberts by Cunningham. You just never know. Xelajú can keep creating chances. But here it is going to be a free kick. Murillo holds up the play. Gives Independiente a bit of a breather. After two close calls from the goal scorer, Juan Cardona. Now that near side, Alan Avila. Oh, he goes down. Referee tells him to get right back up. No penalty. Was that a challenge worthy of a foul? No, it wasn't. Referee says nothing doing. We play on. Is that Hurtado? I think he's still, or rather Avila, still down behind the play. Independiente finish this off for Xelajú, who have a miraculous 5-minute stretch. Lovely ball played down this far side, and Independiente nearly with a chance to get in behind. It's defended well. And Calderon can recycle here. Yiga tried to spoon it over the top. It's a dangerous marauding run, but it pays off for Independiente. They get out of trouble, but don't keep possession. Cardoza. Independiente are getting another substitution ready. Xelajú are running out of time here. Chances of advancing could take, I should say, a big hit. They can't score 2 goals in the dying embers here. Cardoza. Outside of the boot pass is well placed. Lovely little back heel. It's Cardona! Did it go in off the bar? No, it didn't. And Roberts holds. Oh, another stunning strike from the goal scorer, Cardona. But this time the frame thwarts him. It's beautiful build-up play. That was the movement that was lacking on the initial attempt, and it does hit off the bar and come up short. It's a great look at it here. It's a soaring strike, and as you can tell there, it bounces in front of the line. Inches away from giving Xelajú life. Oh, Cardona is so unlucky there, isn't he? Scored the first and only Xelajú goal. He could have had a hat-trick tonight, with 2 second-half strikes, both of them coming so close to going in. Great job there by Hurtado to stay with it after he nearly was dispossessed. Cunningham's in support, as is Avila. If Xelajú can score before we get to injury time, then you start to wonder, will there be enough time left for them? That ball is poked through. Lam making the run in behind. Lam keeps going, he's held up. And referee brings it back. It's a free kick for Xelajú. Independiente, in the meantime, will make another change. Davis Contreras comes on. Rafael Aguilar, who set up the second goal. Independiente, although he meant to score himself, he was redirected by Hernandez, and that goal is the difference at the moment. He exits after a very good shift, and Davis Contreras, another attacking player, will come on. Independiente under pressure here in the dying moments. Enter the 90th minute in Guatemala. And by Cardoza, headed towards the back post, now headed centrally. It's up for grabs! And again, it's over the top, and again, if you can believe it, it's Juan Cardona. He's missed another chance. Ball was played in. That touch keeps him on. And it was a difficult effort, to be fair, with his left boot, not his right. Under pressure in traffic, Cardona, despite being at close range, sends it over the top. Roberts clears, and now the number that comes up on the fourth official's board is all that's going to be left for Xelajú to try to save themselves here. And they wouldn't be out, of course, you make that very clear, but with 4 minutes left and facing a defeat, Xelaju's road to the quarterfinals will get much more difficult if it stays like this. Independiente have a chance here to maybe finish the job totally. Shot comes in. It was blocked on the way through. It's going to stay here. And there's going to be a corner to the Panamanian side. And again, we had that absolutely remarkable start to the game. The 2 goals in less than 5 minutes to make it 1-1. 2 second-half goals from Independiente. And their constant fluid movement and chance creating in the final third has been what appears to have won the day for them in Guatemala tonight. It's been a great atmosphere. It's been a wonderful occasion. Group B in particular, the Central American Cup, has been absolutely phenomenal. This has been another night to add to that list. First ever meeting between these two sides. It has lived up to the billing. It appears that with 3 minutes left, barring a miracle, it's going to be Independiente's night. This ball is sent forward. Stewart beaten to it by Calderon. What a great night he's had in goal for Xelajú. It would have been a much different night if he had made 3 or 4 huge saves. Can Xelajú get a second goal to make this very interesting? Lam wins a free kick. Xelajú almost have to score from here. They're going to get back into it with a late chance. He's looped in, looking for Lam. Back towards the penalty area. Lam again tries to get onto it. He's swarmed. Every time that Xelajú try to head it forward, it's denied. This time it's headed out of play for Independiente throw with 2 minutes left. Ball is poked ahead. Lam again tries to get position. Oh, it's volleyed! Again from quite some distance out. Quezada tried to catch Roberts off his line. In the end, he arcs it over the top of the goal. He chests it and then absolutely smashes it. And to be fair, it wasn't close enough to really trouble Roberts, but this late in the game, he didn't take any chances. It was well struck, but not accurate enough. In some ways, that has been the story for Xelajú tonight. One minute left. It's a result that, again, is going to see Independiente control their own destiny in this group. They'll move up to second place on 4 points, a point ahead of Xelajú with a game in hand on them. Again, Olympia and Fase, they will certainly have a say, but Independiente will be in the driver's seat. Xelajú will need a win on the final day for them, and they'll need some results to go their way elsewhere if they are to get into that second spot once again. Where they entered the night, Guatemalans, but it will not be where they finish the night. They will be finishing the night in 3rd place. So the free kick for Independiente, and that may very well be that. Full-time whistle goes in Guatemala. A crucial victory for Independiente of Panama tonight. After a wild beginning to the match, Independiente were the better side throughout. 2 second-half goals from Hernandez and Stewart see them claim 3 goals and 3 points to vault them up to second in Group B in the Central American Cup. It'll be a mountain to climb the rest of the way for Xelajú, who dropped from second to third and now need results to go their way elsewhere the rest of the group stage to have a chance of moving on. Independiente, however, control their own destiny the rest of the way, and they are sitting currently in the second and last spot available for qualification into the quarterfinals of the CONCACAF Central American Cup. Another thrilling encounter in Group B. First ever meeting between Xelajú and Independiente. It had many twists and turns, plenty of back and forth and seesaw moments, but in the end, the Vikings, the men in white, leave with all 3 points in their back pocket. Great atmosphere, great performance from Xelajú at times tonight, but they weren't clinical enough in the final third. Well, for our entire broadcast crew, I'm Sean St. Jacques. We say so long from Guatemala. Another tremendous Group B encounter finishes Xelajú 1, Independiente, crucially, 3.
Bienvenido.